The disadvantage of cherishing self and the advantage of cherishing others you have seen in the verses. So again, you sit with a straight back. Some of you might be too hot, some others are very happy that it's not so cold. So if you're too hot, you're happy with the ones who feel very happy that it's not so cold. If you are feeling comfortable, you feel compassion for the ones who feel too hot. And you become aware that no matter what we do, somebody will always feel uncomfortable. So why not me? Isn't it? That's what it said, you know. Why am I so special that I think I should not suffer? So again, we start with just silent meditation a bit. Maybe, you know, if your thoughts are coming, try, if you can, not to have them go into what you do this evening, what you'll do tomorrow, what you'll do next week, but more kind of reflecting a little bit what we were talking about, that we are equal with others in not wanting pain and wanting happiness. And that this kind of separation that we do, I and then all the others, that is just a habit. And it is not based on reality. But because it's a habit, we think it is valid and it is true, but it is not. Alone, we cannot survive. What we call mind now, especially this body, came from substances, from mother and father, matter, sperm and egg. What we now call the mind also came kind of from an other merely labeled person from a past life. Who knows who knows what. It was definitely not this I that we have now. Okay, so then again, we reflect a bit. What do I really want? What is really important to me? What are my needs? What is it that I expect from others? Or what makes me happy when I get it from others? Is it material things? Is it affirmation? What is it? And it's always good to remember situations, meeting others where you got what you wanted, what was important, or situations when you didn't get what you wanted, and to stay with the memory of these experiences, because they still have a flavor, they still have some effect, some yes, some others no. So in general, that's quite universal also. We want to be respected. We also want to have some freedom to have certain views that maybe others don't have or don't share with us. Life would become really boring if we only spend time with people who have the same views. But we want to be kind of, we want people to be tolerant. We want to be seen, heard. We want to be loved. We want others to be kind to us. I mean, this is somehow a very habitual expectation that we carry around with us. And usually when the self-cherishing is operating, we only think about us, I want this and I want that, and we don't really understand that what we really want from others, the self-cherishing destroys it, or makes it impossible for others to give us what we really truly want. And the easiest is when you think about a person that you think this one is a real selfish person. Doesn't see me, doesn't see my perspective, doesn't respect me, fights for all the advantages that one could get. And just, let that person arise in your mind before you and look at your heart, look at your feelings. Be honest. Can we understand that this person wants the same thing as us? Respect, good connection, being loved, being accepted, being appreciated. And then we look, we like to be appreciative, we like to be kind, we like to love others because it makes us feel more relaxed, more at ease, more joyful. But how easy or how difficult is it to allow that person to finish telling their story for the 100th time, still listen actively, keep listening to their complaints? Is our heart open towards them? So then you turn the whole thing around. You know, somebody might be thinking about you now, somebody who knows you really well. Who knows? Probably not. But we might be able to find somebody in this world who thinks of us as a selfish person. Because when we are not well, we react in the same way. Think about I, me, I didn't get that, I want this, I'm so stupid, I'm so good, I'm so wonderful, I'm no good, all of this. So remember your moments when you were telling the same story, same complaints. And remember the sensations. How does it feel? So again, we can feel that self-cherishing doesn't bring any happiness, and it doesn't bring or give us what we really want. Being respected, being loved, being appreciated. There's no communication going on. We're all in our own bubble, not really seeing the other person. We're also not seeing the other person who has to listen to us. When we're constantly complaining about something, someone, criticizing others. Especially in criticizing others. Now again, we can try it out. Think about somebody that you dislike, somebody that very easily criticism comes. How do you feel just thinking about this person? Is this how we want to spend our life? If the self-cherishing kicks in, we lose totally interest in the happiness of the other person. But we expect them to be respectful, loving, helping us, listening to us. And we need to be center stage. Because again, we try to fish out that attitude, I am special. That's what the self-cherishing tries to prove, either specially good or specially bad. Doesn't matter. The main thing, I am a bit more than the other one. I'm seen. Doesn't matter if it's in a negative light, but I am seen. There's so much suffering behind that attitude. Just watch it. That feeling of I am special. So if you're so special, why isn't it enough just to stay alone with yourself? Why do we need witnesses about how special we are? Why do we need to show how special we are? Isn't it enough just to be special? It is said that each moment of unhappiness and not getting what we want come from actions from the past when we were just more concerned about our own happiness than the happiness of others. This verse will come in this chapter where it then says, each moment of happiness, each moment when things go easy, flowing, harmonious, come from actions when we were more concerned with the happiness of others. And it's easy to see the difference between the two. And it's really good to remind ourselves, this way of thinking is only habit. And habits can change. So you check up your own life. What would happen if I start to open up my heart towards others a bit more, being less concerned with my happiness, my looks, what I'm doing. In what way, or how much do I really trust karma? The law of cause and effect. When they say, each moment of unhappiness comes from cherishing ourselves. It's so easy to see. Whenever there's a negative emotion present, the feeling of I is there. And it's very tight in the chest. Anger is, I didn't get what I want. We're not happy when the other one gets what he wanted. Now, if we exchange ourselves with others, or at least we see that we're equal, then we say, okay, he got the victory. At least one is happy, so why not him? Why does it have to be me? We are able to do that when we play games with our children. We give them the victory, and it makes us very happy. Discussions with others, when we see that there's no way the other will change his viewpoint, the same way as I'm not going to change mine because I am right and he is wrong. How about just, listening to them and in a very patient way, not to answer. Understanding these views are just different. It's not mine is right and theirs is wrong, but we're so convinced, same way as they are convinced. So reflect a bit, from tonight, this evening, until tomorrow. How could I detect myself cherishing and lower it a little bit? Make some plans to put this into practice. And then practice it, apply it, and see how you feel. This is how we train. We observe, we check. But don't forget, as it said in one of these last verses, I will not have to think of myself as wonderful because I lower my self-cherishing, because then again, you are special. And also, I'm not waiting for any reward. So it's about doing it. It's not about expecting results. You know, Luna was asking, how do you know that it's not your karma from this life? Because karma ripens very slowly, actually. Most of what ripens now is karma from past lives. Then maybe the conditions that I create now by sitting here and teaching and talking, maybe that could help. This I don't know. But karma ripens very slowly. So if we decide that we want to exchange ourselves with others, lower our self-cherishing, when we are able to do it, it doesn't matter the result. It makes us feel good, it makes us feel bad. It doesn't matter. The main thing is that we get into the habit of including others in our concern for happiness and well-being. The result will depend on karma. But whatever action that you create now that is out of self-cherishing, if you don't purify that action, it will result in suffering, in this life, in future lives. If you believe in the law of cause and effect, that's how it works. Whatever action you do, then when you are able to include others, just with thoughts, you know, I'm going to sleep now, for example, when you go to sleep, so tomorrow I'm rested and I'm not getting on other people's nerves because I'm tired. So you include others in your intention wanting to sleep. That's how we start. And even if there's no apparent result, we have the confidence that I am doing what I set out to do, equalizing myself with others. Because now this huge question, why do I think that my happiness is more important than somebody else's happiness? Why? Usually your eye is left without an answer and just says, well, because it's normal. It's just habit. To cut that habit is really good to think about the kindness of others. So, for example, even you go to your own home and you look around and you go, my home, my apartment, my bed, my fridge, my, pots and pans, my shower, my pajamas, my toothbrush. Well, how much of this did you make? Most probably nothing. So that's another exercise for this evening. Whatever you use to make your life comfortable, it comes through the effort of many, many, many other beings. And we say thank you. And also the thought, how can I repay that kindness? By at least being concerned about your happiness as well. Even I don't know you, it doesn't matter. Thanks to this toothbrush, I am connected with a lot of beings. I owe them something because I can have clean teeth because of that toothbrush. Something as simple as that. It's not my toothbrush. It's been given to me to use. Then you go, hey, but I bought it. Yeah, okay, you bought it. Where does money come from? It's also from others. Either you employ others who help you do your job, or you are employed, or you have skills that you learned from others, or you need customers who buy whatever you're producing. Again, totally depending on others. That's my money, my toothbrush. So maybe not to make it too complicated, just concentrate on one object this evening. And try to see how many beings could there have been involved that this toothbrush is in that glass in my bathroom. And then see what happens. When you have the thought, oh, thank you so much. May I be able to contribute to your happiness in whatever way. And then we start to chip away a little bit on that I am so special. By becoming aware that everybody has that feeling, so you're not special. Special is when you're the only one. But everybody has that feeling. Everybody who is not, hasn't really realized emptiness. So then, more realistic, we go, I am just a tiny, tiny, tiny particle in what we call this planet. Just all beings on this planet. Try to encompass them with your mind. The world becomes flat. No more walls, no more distances, no more houses, no more forests or other visual obstacles. Can you see yourself in that mass of beings and to be part of it? Not special, but part of it. What does it do to you, this kind of feeling? And this mass of beings where everybody wants to be happy and nobody wants to suffer. I'm center stage, the spotlight is on me. How ridiculous. But try to grasp that with your mind. Numberless sentient beings. And I'm one of them. So then we open up our heart and we think, may I be able to not harm them and to be able to contribute to their happiness, well-being, being safe, being respected, being seen. Whoever comes into my focus, doesn't matter who it is. First thing is, I don't want to harm them anymore. Second one, may I be able to contribute to their happiness. That's the purpose of this practice. So that finally, thanks to them, by being able to practice generosity, ethical conduct, patience, enthusiasm, concentration and wisdom, I can become a Buddha and guide and lead them to that state. This is a very personal decision that you have to make yourself. Do I really want this?